So, we gotta talk about this problem with Genshin Impact. Friends and gamers, this will be the 4.8 patch video, but that doesn't happen for another couple hours when I'm recording this, but I have tried to record this specific video segment so many times. I've tried to articulate myself so many times, and I just feel like I can't get the right words across all of those times. I did record something yesterday with Star Rail because I forgot the Jade part of the patch was happening last week, so I did it yesterday, and I just decided to throw that video out. I threw the whole video out. So the problem with Genshin Impact, and really it's not just Genshin, it's just all the Hoyoverse games in general at this point, and it's become too egregious to even fathom ignoring at this point, because it's always something that's been in the back of my mind, mainly since Sumeru. I think Sumeru was the really glaring instance of it, but I mean, there's been instances in Honkai Impact 3rd with characters like Susanna and Carol. There was issues in Zenless Zone Zero. There's issues in Star Rail, and I can't fully speak on it, but I know there's issues in Tears of Themis as well. I was seeing people bring that up. I don't play Tears of Themis anymore. I've played like maybe a couple hours of it. So, and the issue we're talking about here is the fact that for whatever reason, I'm not going to start speculating reasons. I'm not going to do that today. Have I speculated reasons? Yeah, I've done it on my own time. I haven't been online a ton the last week or so. I've been dealing with a lot of health stuff. Again, doing that again. So I haven't really been spending a ton of time on the internet, but I have seen things here and there, and I've been thinking about it on my own time. Like, this is something I've like tried to articulate multiple times and just couldn't. I did bring it up in the reaction video for the Natlan teaser, and that is I was gonna say the diversity of the Natlan cast, but I think at the end of the day, it's the lack of diversity of the Natlan cast, because I mean, it's bad. It's bad. I'll say it right now. It's bad. Because the thing about Natlan is the inspirations for Natlan, and I don't know if I'm getting these entirely correct, so please do correct me in the comments if I do misspeak on this. The inspirations for Natlan, which already is a whole other point that could be spoken about because this is such a wide range of areas to be lumped all together in one. They did the same thing with Sumeru, but it was a little bit more, at least to my knowledge, it was a little bit more of a like smaller area of places. These places were closer together. They did have some cultural similarities. Then yeah, there's probably some cultural similarities with the places for Natlan that inspired Natlan, but they're so different at the same time. To put them all together is already a whole other point you can make in and of itself. But I believe the inspiration for the places in Natlan are Africa, specifically what I've been seeing is North Africa. I'm not entirely sure on that though, as well as Latin American countries and just various indigenous societies throughout the globe, which is probably one of the worst ones to lump all of that together. Again, not entirely sure on that, but that's a little bit of what I've seen. Like I said, I haven't been spending a ton of time on the internet. I've been ill. But for a hot minute, and I said this in the teaser reaction, I was giving Hoyoverse the benefit of the doubt with the Natlan characters. We'd only seen 3 up until then. Was the diversity, specifically the skin tone diversity of those characters, questionable of the 3? Yeah, it was. It definitely was. But we hadn't seen every character yet, so I was like, okay, I'll give them the benefit of the doubt before I start complaining about it or anything. It was a very loose benefit of the doubt, though, I will say that. I was half asleep when we first saw those first 3 characters, so I think if I'd been more awake, I would have been like, hey. But I was giving Hoyoverse the benefit of the doubt, specifically because in a recent interview, I believe, regarding Zenless Zone Zero, actually, Hoyoverse did say something, I believe, don't quote me, I don't have the interview in front of me, obviously, and this could have been faked, for all I know. But I believe there is a quote on record from a Hoyoverse employee in a Zenless Zone Zero interview saying that they did want to showcase and have more diverse characters culturally, visually, what have you. So seeing that in a recent interview, I was hopefully optimistic for Natlan and what the characters would look like for Natlan. I shouldn't have expected that much. I'm learning now. Am I a little bit I'm not a little bit disappointed. I'm a lot disappointed. Actually, the more I think about it, the more disappointed by it I get. Because it's 2024. We need to be doing better. Hoyoverse needs to be doing better, quite frankly, with these characters and with these cultures they're taking inspirations from. You're not respecting these cultures when you're creating characters that are visibly, I don't want to say cheap knockoffs, but some of them are really egregious. and I don't have a full knowledge of all of these characters and the inspirations they've taken from, so I can't speak on the levels of each characters and their inspiration and everything, but I know a ton of people have been speaking on this who do have that knowledge and that those lived experiences on Twitter specifically. I've seen a little bit of it, like I said, but I know that there's a lot of that information there. It's like I don't even know what to say anymore, because how do you do worse than what happened with Sumeru? Because what happened with Sumeru a couple years ago, and I will stand by this fact, I absolutely loved the story they told in Sumeru. I think it was really good. But the entire time we were in Sumeru, when there was those cultural things that were maybe like, hey, maybe don't do that, maybe we should have thought about that a little bit more, I did try my best to point those out when I noticed them, because I did notice them. There was instances in Sumeru where it was like, hey, that's a little bit offensive. That's not, maybe we shouldn't do that. And not to mention, the skin tone diversity thing for Sumeru was no better. It was no better. Actually, if anything, I think it might have been a little bit better than Natlan, quite frankly. Not by much, but like bare minimum, bars in hell, it was a little bit better. Especially because the voice actors, and this is no shade to the Natlan voice actors, a lot of times with voice acting, again, as far as I know, you are auditioning for something and you don't even know what you're auditioning for. So at that point, it's kind of like, I don't blame the voice actors. But when it came to the Natlan voice acting cast, at the very least, they were casting people with a lot more of those like lived experiences that the nations and cultures that inspired Sumeru would have. People from those cultures, which was really cool to see. So that being 2 years ago, I think, was Sumeru 2 years ago? I think it was. That being like 2 years ago, now, I was hopefully optimistic for Natlan. It's been 2 years. At the very least, they could have done more of that, but they didn't. And it's just like, how are we going backwards with this? It's been 2 years since then, and so many people were like, just wait for Natlan, and then Natlan somehow made it worse. How does that happen? Not to mention, just like the last week for Genshin has not been good. They announced the 2024-25 concert series, which the budget for that is definitely been a downgrade. I don't know if it's because of like the economic situation globally, because like I think every country just about is going through it and economically right now. It's been rough out here and probably will continue to be rough at this point, but I don't know if that was the reason. I went to the Genshin concert last year and it was first of all entirely sold out. I know this because I ended up going with somebody last minute and they didn't have a ticket, so they bought a ticket last minute, and there was about 2 seats left and they were double the price of what they were still being sold for online. The person I went with got the second to last ticket available. So it was entirely sold out the date I went to. I am assuming it's the same for the other places. Merch was a beast. So they definitely economically did really well at those concerts for 2023-24. So the huge downgrade for 2024 and 2025, I say 2025, but there is a singular date in 2025, and it's in January in New York City. That is the only, I believe, the only North American date in general. Not just United States, all of North America. So I don't know what happened there, but I just feels like there's a lot less effort going into Genshin related stuff right now, just with the downgrade. And I say downgrade, that's like being nice about it. I could say other things about the current state of Natlan, but it does feel like a downgrade from Sumeru. I was very excited for going into Natlan. Very, very excited because I really ended up liking the Sumeru storyline. And I've kind of been meh feeling about the Fontaine storyline. I've said that before. I just feel like it's quite slow to start and hasn't hooked me yet still. And I'm on Act 4, I think. And I just haven't been able to find the like oomph to go back, unfortunately. So I was really excited for Natlan to kind of bring that back because I liked the storyline we got in Sumeru. I thought it was really good, even with the glaring issues that Sumeru had. And it's just, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't. And obviously I'm not the end all be all authority on this, but like I've been playing Genshin for what, 3-4 years now? I make content related to and for the game, and it's just, what do we do? Well, there's a couple things we could do. There's a lot of people are going entirely free to play, which I have kind of been slowly but surely going entirely free to play with just about all of my gacha games, because I'm kind of at a point where I'm like, I don't need too many more characters. Maybe I'll spend $30 here and there for a character, but I'm chilling, quite frankly. I don't really do endgame modes in especially Genshin anymore. I haven't done Abyss probably in 6 months. I got tired of it. It was the same thing over and over again, and I can never clear it. So I got tired of it. So I'm like, what do I need more characters for if I'm not clearing Abyss? We're fine. We're chilling, like I said. And it's kind of been the same in like Star Rail as well. I haven't even considered being free to play or not in Zenless Zero yet. It hasn't been out long enough, and I haven't played enough of it post-release. I played quite a bit of it in both betas I took part in, but I haven't played enough of it post-release to decide if I want to go free to play or not yet. And I've made the decision. I'm going free to play officially in all of the Hoyoverse games until this issue with Natlan, with the game itself, is fixed, quite frankly. I know this is something that a lot of people are doing, and I'm not going to... Well, you know what? I think I am going to encourage other players to do that as well. Because at the end of the day, Genshin Impact is part of a business, and not pulling, not spending money, not wailing on a banner, it will say something. At least you can hope it does. Because I've seen other people say this. I'm of the opinion that... And actually, I've been updating my game this entire time. I'm actually gonna open my game really quickly to let it update before the patch drops in like an hour. But I'm muting my PC desktop audio so we can continue this conversation. I've seen other people say this. I'm totally of the opinion, postpone 5.0. Just do it. I've seen people who work in game dev saying that to fix specifically, probably the easiest issue to fix would be the issue of the skin tones they gave the Natlan cast. I've seen game devs say that is probably maybe a week's worth of fixing. Like, it wouldn't take that long and be that hard to fix. Especially when it comes to like art files. I'm assuming y'all have the raw files for your art for the game on hand. So just reopen them. That shouldn't be too bad, right? However, I am not a game dev myself. I've just seen other game devs, people who work in game dev, saying, yeah, this is a really easy fix. It wouldn't take that much effort to fix the skin tones of the Natlan characters to be more true to life and more realistic for the cultures they are taking inspiration from. Because at the end of the day, if you're taking inspiration from a real world culture, you need to respect it. End of discussion. And at the current state of Natlan, it doesn't fully look like that's being fully respected as it should be. Because these are beautiful cultures. They're cultures of real life people. And they need to be respected, quite frankly. But all that is to say, postpone 5.0. They've done it before for other various reasons, postponing a patch. And I think this is probably the best patch. The best case scenario for you being able to extend out any patch. 4.8. It's the summer update. No one will be complaining if you extend this limited edition, limited time availability summer island world. No one is going to complain about that. Especially because the new area, I forget what they're calling it, Simulanka, I think? If Simulanka is anything like Bottle Land from last year, we're never getting Bottle Land back. We had Golden Apple for like 2 years, I think. Did we get Golden Apple 2 or 3 years in a row? I don't remember. But let's just say 2. We got Golden Apple twice, and we're still not getting Golden Apple back. It's just not coming back, okay? Maybe it will at some point, but Genshin doesn't rerun events, so I doubt we're getting Golden Apple back. I doubt we're getting Bottle Land back. I don't think anyone will be complaining if you extend 4.8 and just make the summer patch, the summer event, a lot longer. I don't think anyone will care. In fact, most players will probably be very excited because there's quite a few little prize events in this patch and the 4.8 flagship event, the summer event itself, that people are going to have to grind for. So if you give people more time to grind those out and get their rewards, they'll be chilling. This is probably the best case scenario for having to extend out a patch, because then you just get to extend out the summer event and no one will be upset, quite frankly. Just looking at it from like a quote-unquote business perspective, that's probably the best case scenario for y'all right now, to just extend 4.8 indefinitely until the issue of representation in Natlan is fixed. And I think that's what needs to happen at this point. I obviously have little say. Like I said, I'm a content creator for Genshin, but at the end of the day, I don't have a ton of say. But I can speak on the platform I have, however big or small that may be, and talk about the issues that the game and the greater Hoyoverse ecosystem is currently having. Because it's not just a Genshin problem. We're looking at Genshin right now, we're putting the spotlight on Genshin right now, but it's been in Honkai Impact for years. It's been in Star Rail, it's in Tears of Themis, it's alive and well in Zenless as well. So if Genshin is the first step, let it be the first step at this point. Okay, I probably have not gotten all my thoughts out on this, and I probably am missing certain things of what I've wanted to say, what needs to be said, but I think this is I'm okay with this. I'm okay with what I've discussed. At the end of the day, I think we all need to do better. I think Hoyoverse needs to do better. Because also, I don't hate this game. Because I know a lot of people are saying if you don't like the game, just don't play it. That's the problem. I love this silly little game. I love the story. And I want to see the things that it's representing done well. Because when at the end of the day, the representation of various cultures that you're using in your game, real life cultures, if it's done right, it makes the story that much more vibrant and alive and just better in general. So why not do it right? Because like I said, I don't play endgame in Genshin anymore. I stopped just because I got bored of it. I'm 200% here for the lore. I've always been here for the lore. I'm in all the other Hoyoverse games except Tears of Themis. I stopped playing Tears of Themis, sorry. I play all the Hoyoverse games for lore. I could care less about endgame at this point. Granted, yeah, I like some of the endgame in like Star Rail and Zenless because it's really rogue-likey, and I love those sort of games, so I appreciate those endgame modes, but the other ones, I hate Forgotten Hall. I do not touch the other endgame modes in Star Rail, and I don't want to. I've tried. It's painful, but I'm not here for gaming. I'm here for story, so I want to see the story do better. And for the story to do better, Hoyoverse has to do better. We as players have to do better, because I know that there are a lot of players speaking up, but there's also a ton that just don't care. And you know what? A lot of those people are going to continue to not care. That's just how people are. But the reason why I wanted to say something and have been like mulling over this since that big Natlan trailer was released is because I wanted to do it some sort of justice. Like I said, however big your platform is, I have something and I wanted to be able to do it right. Have I done it completely right? Probably not. I know I'm missing things. I know I'm not the authority on this, but it's the least I can do to say something. And if by saying something, I can change even one person's mind, inform one person of what's currently going on, so be it. And maybe this all sounds really dramatic and I'm gonna cut out half of it anyways. But you know what? At the end of the day, all of this had to be said. And it all had to be said before we can even think about looking at the update today. Because I wouldn't feel right going into the game and acting like nothing has happened. Because things have happened. Things are happening. So yeah, I did have to spend 23 minutes talking about this before we can get into the game. It was entirely necessary. It was an entirely necessary thing to do because we all need to do better. So that being said, I'm going to pause my recording. My new camera was just delivered. I got a notification on my phone. I'm gonna go grab it. I'm not gonna use it for this video, obviously. I'm VTuber. But I have said my piece, and I'm gonna go take a step back now so we can look at the patch in like an hour, and we'll go from there. I will see you all in about 50 minutes. Okay, let's hope I didn't get the time wrong again. Is this video gonna have 3 clips? Like, is it gonna be that chaotic? I didn't really want it to be chaotic on the second half, but I guess it is what it is at this point. I opened up my camera, by the way. It's very nice. We had a win today. What's 22? What time zone is this? Because if it's at 10 p.m., I'm just giving up and doing this tomorrow, quite frankly. I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow morning. I'm not doing this. I'm too chronically ill for this. Yeah, no, it's at 10. Why is it at 10? How big is Similanka? How big is this place? I guess I could play something else. Literally, I'm about to go play more Reverse 1999. Well, damn, okay. I'll give it one more shot. Yeah, that sucks. All right, well, I'm gonna go do something else. Literally anything else. Okay, I think we're in now. I may or may not have the Welcome Home Cheater event again, because I got it, logged in for a couple of days, and then I didn't log in again. So I don't know what that does. But hey, I guess we'll find out. Something is happening. Oh! Wait, what? I thought it was the new endgame mode, Imaginarium Theater, but then it said summertime whatever started. So what do we do with this information? I think there's new outfits. Yeah, the new outfits in the shop. I think it's just the Nilu one. I won't be buying it. I don't have Nilu, but we're not spending money on Genshin for the foreseeable future. Only the Nilu outfit is in the shop, right? You know what? Let's not even look at the shop. Let's not even look at the shop. We're not gonna do it. What did it proc me into? Okay, Summertide Scales and Tails does start immediately with the beginning of the patch. That's probably why it took so long, because usually they don't start events the first day of the patch. But Genshin's summer event is like the hot topic, so I could see why they did it. Also, there's a lot of stuff going on with Genshin right now, so I could see they probably started it day of just to appease everyone, but you're not fooling me. We have our test runs. I don't think we really even need to test run because these are both rerun characters. I have Navia. If I didn't have Navia, I might pull, but that's only because I have quite a bit of Primo Gems. Like, if I didn't have Primo Gems, I wouldn't pull, and I probably won't, just because at this point, I'm like, okay, let's just save. Nilu's on banner, I'm not going to be pulling. And then the big one is Kave is finally back as a 4-star. Listen, if you have pulls, you have Primos, do what you want with them. But if you don't, I can't necessarily suggest spending money. Envisaged Echoes. Oh, this is part of Imaginarium Theater. This is if you are like level 90, friendship level 10 or 9 or something. It's really high with these, like, not necessarily all standard characters. It's Diluc, Kirara, Ningguang, Qiqi, and Jean. You get like a special running effect. So I can do the one for Jean, and I'm probably close to being able to do the one for Diluc. I say that because I think he's level 90, but I don't think his friendship level is there, so I might just put him on my everyday team to kind of like build his friendship. Actually, Jean, I don't know if she's friendship level 9 or 10 or whatever it is as well. I might have to just throw those two characters, do like a standard banner team, if you will. Because if I do that, I'll probably throw Kirara on there as well. I have all these characters, so I'm not sure. But you do need to finish Act 6 or higher in Imaginarium Theater in order to do that. And I believe every time you do, you'll get a key, and you need 1 key to do 1 stage. I think that's how it works. So Imaginarium Theater is open. I didn't do it in the last patch because they opened it after, like, I wasn't playing. So it did just immediately throw me into Summertide. We could start that tonight, but I probably won't because while waiting for the game to go back up, I got so tired. So I probably won't do that tonight. I mean, we don't even have to do character trials. I mean, I'll do them really quickly just to get those primos. But like, it's honestly, I don't even know if it's worth it. It's 20 primos. Because that's the thing, I have Kaveh. I won't be pulling. I might maybe do like a handful on Nilou, but I'm not sure. Because would I like some cons on Kaveh? Yeah, but like I said, I have primo gems. I have primo gems readily available. So that's not really a concern for me right now. Because I didn't pull in the last banners either. I don't even know if I want to pull. Because like, yeah, I want Kaveh cons, but I'm remembering I'm not the biggest fan of Nilou's kit. Just because it's a little bit slow for my liking. I've said this before, no shade. I just prefer really fast-paced combat. So when a character has like a kind of slow, like Claymore type kit, it's not my fave. I don't think Nilou's a Claymore. I'm almost positive she's a sword user, but she's giving more burst DPS than main DPS for me, just with like my playstyle, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure I've said all of this before though. Like I'm pretty sure I said the same thing when she got her first run, but yeah. Navia, I do like Navia. I pulled for Navia. I'm happy I have Navia, but I never finished building her because I never really finished building any of my Fontaine characters because I just haven't been as interested in Fontaine, so I just haven't been playing as much as I used to. I was looking forward to like playing Genshin a little bit more, but I don't know about that one. Where are we fighting? Oh, there you are. I was like, what's going on? Oh, you're right over there now. Okay. Oh, we're done. Well, that was easy. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna pull. I waited so long to get into the game to not pull, and I don't think I planned on pulling. Did they change this? Something was changed here. There's Imaginarium Theater, the guide. Something is different. I also forgot that the hotkey bar up top is not like in like F1, F2 order, like I think all the other Hoyoverse games that have that. So I don't remember my hotkeys for this bar up here. Okay, bye Venti. Venti does the battle pass voice, so every time we say bye Venti. Banners, I mean, I do like Navia's weapon. Maybe I want to pull on the weapon. No, I shouldn't pull on the weapon. Don't pull on the weapon. I didn't get my free stuff this month. I kind of want to pull on the weapon. I could finally finish the Beginner's Wish, which might be a waste of Primo Gems, but I kind of want it to go away. Like I've had it here for ages because I just am stubborn. I kind of want it to go away. I'm not gonna lie. Should we do it? I mean, it would be kind of fun. Can I do it with Primos? I can. I think I might do it. Because I kind of want to pull, but I don't need Navia. I don't really want to pull for Nilou because you can like a character and not pull for them. Hi, this is a thing you can do. There's quite a few Genshin characters that I like from a lore standpoint, but kit-wise, don't really vibe with. It is valid. It is totally valid to really like a character, but not have them on your account. Because also I'm looking at the 4 stars on this banner, and do I think Kaveh and Kirara are worth it? Yeah, but I have Ningguang. Like, if we had more than like 6 constellation slots, I would have Ningguang. It's like C60, but at this point, she was the first character I ever C6'd, and she continues to stay there. So I don't use Ningguang. So I don't really want to risk getting more Ningguang cons. Even though it's like a free pull at this point, I'm like, I don't want to risk that. The weapon banner then is a scam. I don't want to do the weapon banner, even though I still like Navia's weapon. It's still cute. I think I'm gonna do it. I have Primos. I don't plan on pulling on the second half. We'll probably do the summer event. So like, I'll get primos from that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. It is what it is at this point. I'm not even getting a 5-star out of it, but let's just do it. Let's get it over with. It's discounted, all right? Watch it be a 5-star IFC 6th because I just never finished this. And so like, it would be like, wow, did I say 5-star? A 4-star IFC 6th. I do think they did the beginner banners better in Star Rail and Zenless though, because you're guaranteed to get a 5-star and then it's done. I don't remember if I've ever gotten a 5-star on this beginner banner, and it's been too long for me to even check. Barbara, really? Oh, and Ningguang, I can't escape. I was just talking about this. Oh, this is the worst. Why did I decide to do this? This is horrible. Why did I do this to myself? I mean, it's gone now, sure, but I wasted my primo gems. That was not worth it. 200% not worth. I had both of them, by the way, because I had got 10 Masterless Star Glitter from that. I had both of them C6. I didn't even grab both of those. Okay. That was really unfortunate, wasn't it? It was really unfortunate. Well, let's grab some more Intertwined Fates and just keep it. I'm actually really happy to have that gone. I'm not gonna lie. That was kind of worth it just to have it gone. But I guess that's the patch, kinda. It's like a weird patch because this should be, and I think everyone planned for it to be a very like, woo, summer patch, but that was kind of ruined by the handling of Natlan. So it's like bittersweet in a weird way, but like a bad bittersweet because it's like, I am bitter, but this should be a very sweet moment. Anyways, we'll probably do the summer event. I'm not sure though, because I have just, every time I've thought about opening Genshin the last couple of days, I've just thought about Natlan, and then I don't want to open Genshin, quite frankly. Which is unfortunate, because I love Genshin. That's what I said earlier. I love this silly little game. I can't just not play it. We do have the new outfits. We kind of went over this earlier. We have the Nilou one and the Kirara one. I still like the Kirara outfit a lot. That's kind of why I'm like, okay, we'll do the summer event. One, because it's the summer event, and two, I want the Kirara outfit. And that's all free. That's free real estate. You can do all that for free. You don't got to pay anything. So Summertide Scales and Tails is open. I believe it's open for the full duration of the patch. That's going to go from today when the servers reopen. So yesterday by the time this video goes up, and then it'll run until August 28th, which I believe should be the end of the patch, if I'm not mistaken. It does say it's recommended to do Archon Quest Interlude Chapter 3 in version of Genesis, so the Scaramouche bit, and Chapter 5, Act 5, Masquerade of the Guilty first to get the best experience from this event, because it's probably going to mention some stuff that is at the end of the Fontaine Archon Quest, and Nabia's in it, so I'm assuming that's why it says that, and then in version of Genesis is in relation to Scaramouche being there. We have the 4 game modes. Weirdly, like how you scroll. Oh, I can use arrow keys. Okay. Oh, here's the scroll bar. Okay. You can get a free chance to invite Kirara to your team if you don't already have her. So if you were going to pull on the banners at this version to get a Kirara con or Kirara in general, we get one for free from this event anyways. I know that Kirara wasn't the character most people are going for. Most people wanted Kape, but if that was part of your consideration, Kirara is free in this update. There's a mysterious furnishing, which I'm assuming is probably part of the event, so that's why we haven't seen it. And there's other usual event rewards. You can also get the outfit for Kirara for free in this version. I still think, like I said, it's a really cute outfit. And then it's going into all of the little mini games and stuff, so I'm not going to linger too much on that because that's something we'll probably linger on in the actual videos for that. It does look like some of the, like this combat event, it has the Valor stuff, and I'm pretty sure we've had another combat event with a very similar mechanic, if not the same mechanic before. So like you can use the same character twice in in 2 different teams, but if you do that, you'll get less Valor points, and the more Valor points, like they've run this before, but not as part of something else. So it's weird, I think, that they're doing it in something, but it is what it is. That combat event wasn't too painful, so I'm not really mad about it. There is some TCG updates, it looks like, as well, and then there's also the events preview for everything else. So we had the summer event, we have Nilou's outfit, we have the wishes event, weapon wishes, then later on in the patch, starting on July 29th. I'm losing my voice, we need to be done soon. It's like gone. Oh my god, I haven't even talked that much today, what the heck? We're getting a rerun of Outside the Canvas, Inside the Lens, which is like a photography event, I believe. It's either a photography, oh yeah, designated photo taking spots and take photos. Yeah, this is a photography event. It's a rerun, TCG event, TCG updates, and then shop stuff. So that's all we're getting in the first half. So there was a few more events that were announced, but those will be in phase 2, which I'm assuming, just looking at when the character wishes end, will be August 7th. So like second week of August, depending on when that falls. I don't know when the first day of August is. I think it might be the second week, but like early on in the second week of August. So that'll be when we get the rest of the event stuff. We'll actually get the information a little bit before, but it is what it is. I don't know if I'm going to do the other events from this patch. I will do the summer event just because that's kind of like the penultimate Genshin event every year. I will be doing that one, especially because I want Kirara's outfit, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing the other ones. Just because I feel like some of the events are getting a little bit samey. Because that's the weird thing about Genshin. They never rerun the events people want to be rerun. Like that 1.1, 1.0 event with Scaramouche in it before he turned good. They've never reran that, and now it would not make sense if they reran it because we got a whole Scaramouche arc. That's the event people want rerun. Golden Apple Archipelago, you know, like they never rerun the big events, which I guess that makes sense like from a lore standpoint, but still, there has to be a way to do it. Maybe that way is like something through Imaginarium Theater. It could be, I don't know. But that is Genshin 4.8 Part 1. I've said it before, I want this patch to be extended. I want it to be extended for the sole purpose that Natlan is fixed. Because as a lore enjoyer, the lore will not be as good as it could be if Natlan is kept the same as it is right now at the time of recording this video. Because yeah, sure, at the end of the day, it's all fiction. But if your fiction is being inspired by, we'll go to the databank for somebody, I'm not sure yet. If your fiction is being inspired by real life cultures, guess what? It's not just fiction anymore. It's a fictional story. It's not just fiction anymore. It has real life implications. Congratulations. You now have a responsibility to do better. But before I entirely lose my voice, that's it for this video. If you like this video, make sure to give me a like down below, as well as subscribe for more, and click the little notification bell to be notified when I upload new ones. As always, I hope everyone had or is having a super lovely day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!